This is, here we go. Hi, Caron. Thank you so much for inspiring this week's life story jar about the your blessings jar. It was just brilliant. It was such a piece of good luck to find out about your blessings jar just as I was coming up with this program. So I've been really inspired by it. So you have inspired this week's lesson. So thanks a lot for that. But I want to ask you a few questions about it. So they've seen a photograph of what it looks like, because you very kindly sent me that. But so let's answer me a few questions about it, if you don't mind. So where do you put this jar?
Joe, the jar is in our front entrance hall at home in Ireland, which is where our family home is. And it's on top of an old Victorian piano, and it sits next to the Irish blessing that we have on top of the piano as well. It's a sort of a room that will welcome people into the house. And you can't miss the jar. As you come in the front door, there's the piano in front of you and the jar sitting next, on top of it. So and in the evening there's a little lamp that sort of hangs over the top of it, so it's lit up. Yeah.
How lovely. So it's a sacred space.
Yes, I have indeed. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So what do people put in it?
Well, I obviously when the family all know that it's there and they can write in at any time. But when visitors come, whether they've come for a meal, whether they've come for a cup of tea, whether they've come to stay the night, I will tell them that the blessing jar is there. They've probably seen it, but I'll explain it to them and say that they're very welcome to write anything they like. If they're feeling happy, if they've had a wonderful stay, if they enjoyed a meal, if they enjoyed the cup of tea, if they loved wandering around the paddock and the garden, or whatever it might be, whatever they've enjoyed, a walk around Ballywilliam, which is a little townland that our home is in Tipperary, just anything. Or maybe they might like to bless the family or bless the house or give a blessing for maybe someone in their family who's sick, or give thanks, or just show gratitude for maybe whatever they have in life, anything like that.
How lovely. So do they write in full sentences, or do they just sometimes write one word?
Usually it's a full sentence. Maybe it might even be a little story about their stay, or about a Christmas, or about Easter. It might be that they write something about one of the children, or the children themselves write it as well. They might give thanks for Christmas, but usually it's a little piece of writing that they will write. And as I say, it's so many different things, and they can sometimes they might write a little prayer for the family or for their own family.
And do they put their names on it so you know who wrote them? They
do, yes. Usually they do. Usually they will put their names and sort of sign off on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you told me that that you open the blessings jar at Christmas. Do you open it at any other time, or just at Christmas?
Usually just at Christmas time. Usually just at Christmas time we open it, and then we read, whatever, because we never take notes out of it. The old notes are left in there because it's lovely to reflect on them. Because we might see what, we might not remember someone who came for tea or lunch, or, that they were there in April and they wrote about Easter, or whatever it might be, something like that. But usually at Christmas we open it, and then we can all read it, or we sit around and read it all together. I usually, at Christmas time, when all the family is home together, I usually bring the blessings jar out from the front room closer to Christmas Day, and I'll put it up into our main sitting room, which just leads off the front entrance hall, and that's usually where we all gather. So the jar is placed there where the Christmas tree is and all the gifts, and the jar is put there, so that we're all, either we want to write something in and add to it, or we just want to sit and read.
Wow. And so people must put their name on it, as you said, but they also must date it, I guess. So
yes, they date. Yes,
one's in there.
Yes.
So how long does it take you then to read them all out?
Joe, it's quite a long time. I can I can sit there for 3/4 of an hour, just reading. And sometimes some of them are so lovely, you might go back and read something else, so no, we all enjoy it. We all really enjoy it very, very much. And as I say, the children write in it, particularly the younger children. Michael and Eamon will add to it. And I do think it's something. I think it's something special.
It's a lovely idea. So how long have you had it?
I was given it 3 years ago. A young girl who had left school in Zimbabwe. Her parents are really good friends of mine, and her mother sent it with her as a gift to our family. And I thought it was absolutely amazing. I was really felt quite emotional about it. I just loved it. I thought it was really special, and she is a special friend. And in fact, this young girl was the first one to write in the jar, which was lovely because we took her under our wing and we've minded her for the 3 years that she's been there. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure where my friend had got it from. I have no idea, but it came from Africa. And in fact, if you look at the picture, you'll see there's a wooden little carved heart from a tree with the bark. And I'd say the one thing in Africa I found that people are really inventive. They're really creative, and I think it's because we can't go out into shops and just buy this, and there's just not that there. So people use their imaginations, and the art and their ideas are incredible. So that's when I saw this blessing jar. I hadn't seen it ever before.
I think it's intriguing. I love it. So what difference has it had in your life?
Well, I suppose I almost, for the last 3 years, I almost feel like I have I suppose instead of an address book where you can sort of see, I almost have a story, like a life story of the 3 years. 3 years that the jar has sat there.
Oh, you don't mean an address book, you mean
not an address book, a visitor's book. A visitor's book. Yeah, like sorry, beg your pardon. Like a visitor's book. So it's almost like a story in a jar.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years.
How cool!
It's really cool, and I think also because our home in Ballywilliam, we're kind of in and out, but that's where the family all will come together, or we go to meet friends there who are coming to Ireland or whatever it might be. But that's so special. It marks really special times.
I think it's a fantastic idea, and I thank you very much for sharing it with us and letting us spread the word, because I think more people could do with a blessings jar.
Yeah.
It really is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking me, Jo, and thank you very much.